Is calling the suicide hotline 988 like calling 911? A lot of times people assume 988, which is a suicide hotline, is just like calling 911. So what happens? You're going to call this. Somebody's immediately going to pick up, ask if you're in danger, ask you how to help, start talking to you, giving you that help and support. What is 988? This is what happens when you call 988. What happens when you call 988? We're going to call 988 right now. 988 is the U.S. suicide hotline. Most people don't realize what happens when you call 988 or the suicide.
You've reached the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Para español, marque el número 2. If you are a veteran or service member or are calling about one, press 1. To connect to support for LGBTQI+ youth and young adults, press 3. Otherwise, to talk with a counselor, stay on the line or press 0. To improve 988, your call may be monitored and recorded. If you stay on the line at the end of the call, you may be invited to participate in a short survey. We are checking for a counselor who is available to talk. You'll hear music while we do this, and we'll give you an update.
We're over 40 seconds in.
You are not alone. We care and want to support you. Someone will... Idaho Crisis.
I share this for educational purposes only, and I hung up on 988, and guess what? Do you know who's going to show up at my door right now? Because with 911, if you hang up, what happens? The cops show up. With 988, no one's going to show up. Also, no one is going to text me back, ask me if I'm okay, and there is going to be no callback either. And that is the reality of it. There is funding for these services out there. There's about $150 million in funding for the suicide hotline. But there's no federal regulations or guidelines that are standard amongst all states. In fact, there are some call centers out there even that are starting to use AI that will block numbers that constantly call. So ultimately, there is a lot of things that can be done to make this service so much better than what it is. And it is a good service out there. It can provide you with good resources out there, but it can have so many changes that can be better. And I share this not to just bash on their services because it's needed. This is needed more than anything, but that it needs to be more than what it is. And a lot of times we just assume that somebody else has it. Somebody else got it. And if we post this number up, you know what? We helped our friends that are struggling, and that's not the case. You want to make a difference to the people in your life, sit with them in the dark until light comes. And that comes with just sitting with them and listening. That does more than you could ever imagine for those out there struggling. For the one that is struggling, look in the mirror, man. You're a badass motherfucker. You made it through 100% of your worst days, make it through 2 today, and you didn't come this far and only come this far. It gets better, I promise you. Reach out for help and let everyone know you're struggling.